A long time ago, a pirate by the name of Pete Ginsu braved the seven seas with a cargo full of his family's treasures. On his way to the north of Michigan to visit his mother and her gourmet pasties. Along the way, disaster struck. His ship went down. As time passed, truth has become legend. But now, thanks to some dedicated people and advancements in technology, we have reason to believe the ship can be found right here.
Hey, what are you doing? Bob!
My God! It's like a freaking Disney ride! Unreal!
This is crazy.
Holy!
As if this pirate ship was marooned on an island somewhere that just happens in this case to be in Michigan. Today we start the adventure of the pirate pool. My name is Al Curtis. I am the lead designer and in-the-field artist slash organizer of the project. I do what I love every single day, and I am so fortunate and so blessed to be able to do that. Sitting here in the truck, just preparing to go into the backyard to lay out the pool, I got a text from the homeowner saying, "What you doing?" Because obviously he saw us out the front window, and I just said, "Sitting." It's that banter, it's that little bit of interaction with a customer, because he didn't expect us to be here, and we'd rather be a surprise than a pre-plan, so we're here earlier versus later, and we're getting ready to lay out because the plan is to dig next week, and he thinks we're digging in a couple weeks. So here we go. We're going to head out and get that going. Hey, man. I'm going to attempt to get her all laid out here today so that we can start digging at the beginning of the week. Well, what does she know? She's just in charge of everything.
I am Sandy Mackey, the coordinator of everything.
Yeah, so we'll be out here for a little while.
At the point where somebody decides that they would like to hire us to build this legendary escape, they have a piece of paper. And I think that's a bit significant because we're talking about a long process, pretty substantial amount of money for their pool project. They have a piece of paper and a dream of what their yard could be.
And then this line establishes our steel for the vinyl liner portion of the pool. So this is a hybrid pool. A hybrid pool is a vinyl liner pool. The main body of the water is vinyl with steel wall, vinyl liner, but then we do gunite accents. The sun shelf, the love seats, the waterfall are shot out of concrete. But we have a kitchen area here. Over here we have a fairly simple pergola across, and then a step down to the patio here. The features, obviously the sun shelf, there's a love seat here. There's a spinning turtle, a fire feature. And then this right here is the pirate ship. And it's like a shipwrecked pirate ship. The slide comes down the side. I imagine we'll have water coming out of cannons on the front end and that type of thing there. And then a step down area to a fire pit. Laying out a pool is really simple. But if you haven't done it 100 times or 1,000 times, it can seem really chaotic. It can seem not understandable. It's just that process going from step to step to step around the pool. It's figuring out the measurements we need, measuring those out and painting them on the ground. This is indicating the bar area. So the whole bar area is this pirate themed kitchen and bar area. And what we have currently painted on the ground is this inner shape of the swimming pool.
Okay.
That was it. I just wanted to, because people don't know what the paint lines mean, and so it kind of makes sense just to share that a little bit with them.
Hey, just in case you were wondering about who that voice is behind the camera or who that unnamed person is walking right in front of the camera, yeah, that's me. I am Al's daughter and lead videographer and editor for this whole shebang. I just wanted to give you a heads up, and you will definitely hear, see, encounter more of me, even if it's not like this.
So that's it. We'll see you in a few days. Let's go shopping. Let's go find some cool stuff. Let's go have a lot of fun. So to do what we do and to really give it that yummy, give it that special feeling, give it that all, we need items that you can't just buy on shelves or go to the supplier and get to help bring and elicit emotions from people. And our goal is really to build from an emotional standpoint and give someone something far beyond that. When they're feeling a certain way, it's because of the environment they're in. We want to help guide them through this whole experience. And one of the things we do is we go out and look for reclaimed items. We go to garage sales, we go to flea markets, we go to auctions, we go to all these places, resale shops and thrift stores, and we're always on the hunt, always looking for something cool that we can use and integrate in the project. We're going to get out there and see what's available. That's what I was looking for, a Ginzu knife. I bought some on eBay. Hi Jeff, I've been in here a few times. My name's Al. Yeah, and I love your store. I'm gonna peek around, if you don't mind. I kind of have a grouping of places where I go all the time just to see what's new. You can't go to the same places over and over week to week, but if you go every 6 months or so, how much on these?
Those I was getting 50, but I do 35 on them.
There's turnover. This happens to be an antique store that I've always enjoyed coming into. It's been open for just a couple of years here now, and I really love the feel, the vibe, and what they have. Now here's something that was just a wall display, but it has daggers, it has plates. This could easily be used if the price was right. These could be props in the project, and this could be the booty. This could be some of the things that are left in treasure chests, and it could be patinaed and painted gold. There's a lot of different things you could do to make it look rich and expensive. Any idea how much?
The big ones I had 150 and that one 75.
Okay. That'll do it. Cool. Thanks. See you next time. Appreciate it. Mission accomplished. As it stands, this is a pretty nice piece, but to add our flair to it is to give it a little more patina, a little bit of color. We talk very often about living in the emotions of things and how things make us feel. Well, amazingly enough, it's the fine details that tend to really draw us in. In most of what I do, I use one brush, I don't wash it, I don't have a palette full of colors. If I have a bin of just paint that we've had from all different kinds of things, but it's that idea that when someone's immersed in the project, they'll feel just that extra little sensation of wow. So automatically now we're starting to get just a little bit of pop. Something's happening. So we'll go through here. You're looking at me. You're looking at me to like I know anything. I'm kind of an idiot. No particular, I'm not pre-thinking this out too much and going, oh, I've got to have this color here and that color there. Instead, what I'm doing is just kind of playing. We want this to look old. We want it to look like it's been in the hull of a ship and then it's been thrown on the sand, and then it takes some of that beating, that churning, that change to create the look. So there it is. That's all I'm gonna do. But it gives it just enough to be different than what we started out with.
That's our ender.
Was that it?
Yep. Neat. Yeah, that looks
You like
really
it?
cool. Yeah.
Stay tuned. You'll see this plate again. Excitement time. It's always fun to start digging the hole and creating. Most companies hire an excavator to dig their swimming pool. We dig our own pools. We use a small 360 excavator, not oversized, small, again, because it's not about quickness, it's about detail for us. Our goal is not to move fast. Our goal is to take care of one step of the process at a time and laying out as we go this organic process. I love to do that, so that's why you'll see me excavating the swimming pool, because that's just one more of those parts that I love.
Hey, it's Jessie. So today is the end of day one here at the Pirate Pool. So as you probably can see behind me, we started digging the pool, and then we started marking where all of the steel walls are going to be set so that it is all ready to go when they arrive. So that's all we've done.
And just like that, the hole is dug. We're done. Now it's time to build the pool.
So we do have a saying here at Ask the Pool Guy, and it is get the job done with the tools that you have on the truck. Sometimes the tools that you have on the truck aren't even on a truck, they're in the office, and sometimes it's the girls in the office and the guy doing video editing that get pulled out at a moment's notice to unload 2,500 something pounds of steel panels from the truck. We got it done, but this is how our hybrid swimming pools begin.
Here, let me help you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Al.
Hey, you're welcome. Oh, do I feel accomplished. So Victor, the stuff we loaded up today, that's the pool kit. That goes in there. We order the steel steel manufacturers make the exact shape panels that we need. Those get put into place and cemented in the ground, and then the next step after that is we'll tie all the rebar shell for the gunite part, and then we'll shoot the next part. Right now, first steps first is laying out the pool steel, the vinyl part of the pool, laying that out and getting that correctly into the hole. Our efficiency is a little different. If you were starting 8 pools a week, we would want to be lickety-split, go, go, go. We'd be all decked out with pouches, and that's not our goal. But there's a lot of companies that operate that way, that you have to start 2 or 3 pools a week to make enough money because they're building volume. Right. I was once a volume builder, and that's exactly what I did, was start a pool after pool after pool after pool. And what I realized, having done that for so many years, it wasn't fulfilling. I worked really hard to not feel at the end of a season that somehow it was worth it. And this new way, the way that we've chosen, is very different. It's being deeply involved in people's lives. And the only way that I'm able to do that is to be able to spend time versus just being with a customer for a few weeks or a month. We're invested for months at a time and working on one project at a time, and therefore being able to be really free and artistic with the project and connecting more and more with the customer.
Just giving you a quick recap of what we did today. We put all these steel panels together, ready to go for concrete. Yeah, it was a good day.
What we were going to do is we were just going to fill this up with 4 feet solid concrete and then build off the top of it. Oh. So maybe instead what we do is we keep it hollow. The pool steel goes like this, and where it steps down if we instead, maybe we step it down a little bit because that's where the slide would come down, and then we drop it so that there's nothing, and then we go back up like that, and then go back up to full steel. If we left this open, we had a company meeting, a group meeting, and we decided to add a particular feature to the waterfall. It's a lot more finished work for us to do it, but it would be really freaking cool for them.
Yeah, it'd be freaking cool.
It's something that will make it exceptional. As great as it's going to be, now it's going to be over the top great.
Wow.
If we figured out how to do it and just gave it to them.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So that's the plan. Once the steel's in place and everything's leveled, we'll pour a footing. It's a bond beam that's put around the base of the steel, 42 inches in the ground, so it's below frost level, and that holds the structure in the ground. Construction is one of those things that you just can't predict what's going to happen. And there's a natural drama that just happens.
No.
Should have just let it run.
Did you stopped it?
Yeah, we stopped it and moved it. I'm still fairly new with line pumps.
Pour it by the dog.
Yeah, I have had it for a few years. But what happens is when you're pumping a stone and sand mix, a wet mix, through rubber hoses, the materials start to separate. Concrete is made up of cement powder, sand, and stone, and then water as an active agent. If those pieces start separating in that pushing process, you can get plugged. We got a plug of stone. And once those stones lock up inside of a pipe, you got to work to get it undone to get the material flowing.
So we haven't had trouble with it plugging up like last year.
Different mix. We've been doing mixes that we knew.
Okay, and now we're doing different mixes, trying them out.
We don't know.
Okay. Here we go. Come on.
Woo! So the first footing here is just 10 yards. That locks the structure into the ground here and holds it down. We will be adding truckload after truckload of cement, and we will keep a tally. So at some point we'll know exactly how much cement went into the project. But this was the first 10. We'll put some more in tomorrow, and then some more in a few days after that. We'll keep going from there. People just like it when stuff happens on the job, and I happened to get a head full of concrete. And to me it wasn't really very funny because it went down my neck. Concrete has lye in it, and that burns. But it seemed to me that everyone else really kind of enjoyed that. So I guess for the sake of all those other people's enjoyment, I can handle it.
Hey, it's Rick. Just kind of recapping the day here. So we went ahead and poured the footings with the pump. So now we have the footings in, but in fact we did 10 yards today, but we're gonna do another 7 yards tomorrow morning. But other than that, it's starting to tie the steel already, so everything looks good. That's it for today. All is good in Macomb County.
We missed it. I think I pulled my hammy. I don't know if I can do that again. Who am I? I'm a day laborer. Actually, Al picked me up at Home Depot. I go there from time to time and find extra work. Raul is what I go by. Unless I'm working at Lowe's, and then I go by Juan. Anthony Talati, what do you want? I am having the treat and the most fun possible by getting to help work on this amazing pool project.
That might make that the final cut.
All right, look at Rick holding the reflector there.
Thanks, Rick. That was amazing. We couldn't have done it without you.
What we're doing today is we're getting prepared to shoot the sun shelf. When we build a hybrid pool, we have a steel wall for the vinyl liner section, but then we also still have to have the gunite section, the concrete section, which requires rebar. And the reason being is rebar, steel has tensile strength, meaning it has strength when it bends. But it has no compression strength, so I can smack it with a hammer and it'll flatten out. But it has that ability to bend, which is tensile strength. Where the concrete has no tensile strength. If you try to bend concrete, it snaps. But if you press down on concrete, it has a lot of compressive strength. So by the time you put the steel and the concrete together, you've now increased your tensile strength and your compressive strength, and that's why a pool stays together and doesn't crack.
I need to on Facebook.
Yeah. Well,
I wrote it.
It got reposted to
I thought she
Instagram and then
just
it got put on
deleted it.
Facebook. Oh no, it's out there, bro.
I thought she just deleted
A
it.
picture of you, a picture of the tent, and then the whole pirate story.
The whole pirate story about
It's a good job. I like
Captain
it.
Nail Excavations.
Yeah.
We're an archaeological excavation.
I know, I like
We're
it.
going to uncover a famous pirate.
I was reading it to the kids, right? And I'm talking about the Ginsu knife, and I'm laughing. And the kids are like, "Why is that so funny?" I go, "Because these were infomercials in the 70s and 80s. It's amazing."
I was kind of wondering. I thought maybe Sandy would miss it entirely, but you got it. I'm glad somebody got it.
It was so good.
That's funny. Anyway, so that was the story that we told on Facebook about a little bit of perspective on this archaeological dig we have going on here. That's going to result in an absolutely amazing backyard.
Absolutely. So yeah, my husband is a little bit of a stalker on Facebook and and Instagram. I'm Wendy Talati and watching the team and all the work that they've done over the years, and so he kept watching the different things and things that had happened at the different projects, and so he was definitely letting Al and Sandy know that he was excited about it and what he wanted to see in a model. And so, yeah, it was fun for Al and Sandy and the team to be able to tease us back and tease him back after he, egged them on a little bit with some of that for sure.
In this particular case, it was shooting YouTube spoof videos and putting it online, knowing that they would see it and knowing that they knew that it was for them. Not saying their names, not talking about what it was, but instead they knew based on what we were doing. And what that does is that builds this level of give a shit.
I'm gonna drop this, and then you can see what it is, okay?
Okay.
1, 2.
I care enough about you that I'm going to take my time today.
Last week we had put out a video about doing, we had a model, a really cool model, and unbeknownst to us, the film cut out. We'll go ahead and get to the model here.
Oh my goodness!
And make our future interesting by taking my time today, even though I'm not working for you yet. And so that's that process that helps us build a much deeper and more interesting relationship. It's not construction, it's experience.
So that just set the tone for our relationship with the Pirate Pool homeowners.
I just said you're dancing naked in front of the window. Maybe you like to show your body off or something to all the hot ladies that live in the neighborhood.
Oh, good stuff.
Like a backup slash if I want to interview Anthony, say. I don't know if you.
Heads up. Ooh, 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 ooh. Good.
You don't need to invent drama. We are rife with it as is.
Couldn't have seen that one coming from a mile away.
And she's still recording. And I got attacked by a piece of wood. I was just filming, kind of out of the action, but it hit me and it knocked over the camera. And ow, my ear is burning. But this is sometimes happens, I guess.
We don't need to produce drama, it just normally is. And instead of creating drama and whoa, this thing happened, the thing happens and you go, oh, it was a thing that happened, we laugh about it, move on. And it's just a really natural, healthy way of doing it.
No.
Thanks,
Okay,
it's been fun.
You
Bye-bye.
grab the phone.
Bye. Bye, Katie.
You should go in.
Okay. Today's Caitlin's birthday. She turns 11 today.
Okay.
And she's been asking me when she's going to do her interview. So I didn't know if you guys were going to be here and maybe she could squeeze in.
Let's do that. Yes, we'll make sure we stay for that.
Okay.
Perfect. No, you've been promoted to sir.
No, that's not a promotion.
Well, I don't know. It's again, that's on the gods. That's not on me. I can't tell you. Dude, I don't know. Most royalty is pretty ugly. You should, but not you. Come on now. You're a hottie. Did you say something, Kate, sir? No. I just told the homeowner he's a hottie. I'm not letting you record that. Well, I know. God, it's not quite like, Karen will fix it. Karen will fix it. And that's when Katie said, Karen will fix everything. Yes. Okay.
Can you give me my sticker and leave now because you're making me weird? Oh.
Awesome.
Oh, good stuff. What is all this?
Somebody's birthday. When a person chooses to live in the yummy of life. I'm not kidding you. Dude, we need a pirate send-off for an 11-year-old. Are you kidding? And bring joy to people, not profit bottom line, how much money we make, but rather how can we really enjoy the experience? We get to have times and moments like we've just had. Karen, Anthony, Karen, Anthony.
Hi, I'm Karen. Whatever. I am the lead artist on site. We are at the Pirate Pool.
What happened was the customer this morning had mentioned that it's his daughter's 11th birthday today.
Today's Caitlin's birthday. She turns 11 today.
And that could have just passed on like another day, but because we're here and we're part of their lives right now doing the work that we're doing, it was important to honor and acknowledge that birthday as well. So I called back to the office and I said, look, it's Caitlin's birthday. We need to have a party. We need to do something. And Sandy said, what time do we need to be there? We are an hour and 20 minutes away from our office to get here to this site. But everybody dropped what they were doing. People came from 3 or 4 different jobs, all of the office staff. Everybody showed up here to be waiting at 3:30 when the bus dropped her off to be able to wish her a happy birthday.
Your wings are on upside down.
You want to fix them for me?
Flying into the ground every time you try to take off.
Shotcrete cake! Shotcrete cake! Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kay. Happy birthday to you. Thank you.
We were all dressed in pirate costumes, and that's living in the yummy. That's recognizing that the things that we do are not important on any given day unless it's honoring people. And this is an experience that we'll all remember because we got to be a part of something bigger than ourselves.
Caitlin, we're celebrating my 11th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We are at a birthday party. I was called in the middle of a job and can't say I'm complaining.
Awesome! Daddy, look at it! Kids rule!
Kids rule, adults rule.
That's his first day.
Did you find
Good.
Hey.
Dear
Mr. Al and Miss Sandy, when I got off the bus, I didn't know what was going on until you started singing. I was so excited. You made me even happier when I got into the backyard and there was a cake, cupcakes, cookies, and a piñata. Then there were presents and everyone saying happy birthday. I can't thank everyone enough for what happened yesterday. Thank you, Caitlin.
We have the sun shelf ready to go.
A skimmer, pre-Shotcrete concrete day.
Finished the plumbing, and we've actually formed it in, so now it's ready to shoot the concrete.
Tie it from the top. You know what maybe we'll do? Maybe we'll start by shooting this. This would give everybody something to work on. Shoot this, then come over, because we have so much fill that has to get done underneath. Everyone's going to be standing around.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I think that's the plan. I like it. Morning, Sir Anthony. This is Sandy's daughter.
Hi, I'm Kaylee. I am Sandy's daughter here working at the pool company. My favorite thing to do is actually the concrete, which we get to experience today.
Concrete days are always eventful for us.
As I just got to the job, I was told that our air compressor broke.
All right, I've either got to
Do you know what's going on with it?
Yes, we lost the belt.
The belt actually broke on it, so Al has to go find a new air compressor before concrete gets here today.
Ooh, it's all mucky here.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where he wants filming? I don't know what we're
I hope everything goes okay.
Hi, baby girl.
In there, I
Working
thought.
here long enough, there's always a way, so I'm sure it's going to turn out just fine.
I was asking if you got that. Yeah.
Now we're just waiting around, doing other things until we can get some cement.
It's concrete.
What's cement?
It's not cement. You know, cement with the sand, with the coarse aggregate, with the additives, then you get concrete.
Whew! It's another day in paradise. Plumbing the skimmer.
Hi, baby.
What's going on? Oh!
Concrete's here! Alvin being my salad, truck's here.
Like concrete rolls up, he turns it on, it's not turning on.
Is the pressure?
And then of course you got things happen, like suddenly I became the button boy and I had to hold this dial right where it needed to be so the concrete shot perfectly up.
Thankfully we got it and everything went smooth sailing from there. We're actually doing Shotcrete today. We'll get the mud from the truck, it goes into the hopper, and then we'll have an air compressor. And they're both hooked up so Al can turn on the air and it will actually shoot the concrete.
I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison and time keeps moving on.
If we were to do regular concrete, it would just keep falling. So since we're able to shoot it, it is more sticky and it will let us form the wall of the sun shelf.
Sun shelf is like 18 inches of water where kids can play and parents can set up their lounge chairs and enjoy the water. And it get a little hot, you just roll over into the pool, into the deep part of the pool. That's a significant move as far as what we've gotten done. So it's going in the right direction.
Rick, bring the hoser, we're going to turn around. You're going, we're going to go. So the pipe is really heavy.
Well, it looks difficult to drag around.
Well, it's awkward because it kicks you all over the place. Heavy, yes, but more importantly, it's got a mind of its own and it's doing what it does. Currently, we have 26 yards of concrete in the pool structure. We've decided that we want control in doing things our way, that it's better than having a huge crew to do these momentary things. If we were only shooting concrete, then it would make sense to have a bigger crew. But being that that's just one little part of the whole thing, we just operate with the crew that we have and we make it happen.
Killing me, Smalls.
It's not fun while you're doing it, but it's a whole heck of a lot of fun when you're done and you see you've done it pretty good. When all the aches and pains and frustrations and challenges make it all worthwhile.
I'm really excited for the whole process, and every step is like a little surprise or a little gift every day.
We are going to be setting bluestone around the pool as the coping.
She did have a filler stone. Good job, JJ.
Oh, just over here grouting some bluestone.
To see the progress in different parts of the, job.
How many yards of concrete are in the yard now?
We are now at 50 yards of concrete into the pool project to this point.
Son of a gun, Jay, there we go again! All right, I knocked my freaking pop down! That's what I got going on.
Oh,
I just knocked half his face off. You didn't see that. He's an Anthony wannabe because he's got a mohawk.
Turtle's awesome.
Wow, that's a really nice job you did.
It's amazing, Karen. It's exactly what I said. Lots of feeling and everything.
And go pick out a couple of tiles that will let. And then one of the other pieces that needs to get installed this week is the tile.
Our belief is the tile and the coping should fade. You don't want it like a bright blue or anything screaming out at us. We don't really give our homeowners that much of a choice. For Anthony, we gave him 3, and then we picked the one we liked.
Is that it?
I have a bunch laid out there, Karen. I don't like some of them, but I'll let you get a selection too.
If you're going to make the right choices.
It's kind of a test.
It's always a test.
And then we'll let Anthony pick out the one that we choose.
Right, exactly. We narrowed it down to these one tile. What do you think?
We don't give too many options. We'll show a few tile. Here's what we suggest. Here's what we're probably going to use. And if they're dead set against it, well, then we renegotiate and fight until I get my way. But then typically, if we steer them in the direction we want and give them a few choices that we're satisfied with, they can make that decision.
No, I just assumed we weren't getting choices, so I didn't even venture a guess on that one. I'm actually surprised by this whole deal, because it's funny, because people that'll come in, they're like, well, what's the liner going to look like? I don't know. When he shows it to me, I guess that's what it'll look like. Yeah. What's the tile look like? I don't know. It's going to be tile.
So I think we're down to these 4.
Yeah. Oh, that one got broke. They're out of it. I can hear it now. So, I mean, really, what's the point? Nice. It's kind of funny. Everybody that asks me or sees it, when's it going to be done? It's like, when it's done. I'm not worried about it. Like, I get this for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter.
An extra month in the whole scheme of a life, it's done right.
Right, exactly.
So this is the tile that we picked. It's gemstone.
Oh my God, Katie, you scared me. Oh, you scared me.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oops.
Hi, Karen. Nice to meet you. When we moved into this house, really, we knew for sure we wanted to put a pool in. We picked this lot precisely to put a pool in. We searched long and hard to find the right company, and we're super excited when we were able to meet the team from Legendary Escapes and find the right pool for us. Talking with them and really understanding their vision for the pool really met with what we were looking for, and having an experience in our backyard, that's what we were looking for, and it fit exactly what they were planning to do.
Per our original design and project plan, there was a key part of the design that actually wasn't on that.
And we did it right here, and we built a bit of a craggly whatever.
Yeah.
That then you go in there.
We briefly talked about it at the beginning of the project and said no, that wasn't necessary as far as on our end. And as the project has proceeded, there has been this element that has slowly developed that is just magically appearing.
Every day I'd come home from work and we'd come back here and look at things.
Let's bust this out. It won't take us very long.
As I started looking at how some of the rebar was set up, saw a cutout, and I couldn't quite understand exactly what that was initially.
It doesn't matter how it looks right now. We simply want to get a structure in here so that it's watertight.
And I'm like, why would that need to be there? I don't think it's in the right place for the slide. It doesn't make sense. And so I had asked Anthony, next time they're back out, ask them what that is.
He goes, when he came out, he goes, so we're going to talk about the elephant in the room? I said, what elephant? He goes, the elephant in the room. I said, do you have a problem? He goes, no. I said, then what do we need to talk about?
So yes, I asked Al the other day if he wanted to talk about the elephant in the room, because he was in the middle of it tying rebar down. And he said, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't talk about elephants. What are you talking about? And I said, I don't know, that little cozy room you're standing in that wasn't on the plan.
He goes, we just don't talk anymore. Really funny, because about the grotto.
We never talk anymore.
Because we're just doing it and haven't said anything to them about it. They don't have any idea they're getting it.
No, we had no idea.
And his response was, well, is it a problem? And I said, no. And he goes, well, let's not talk about it. We'll just see what it looks like when it's done.
That's the elephant in the room. Are we going to talk about this? I said, I don't know what you're talking about, but this is the support for the waterfall right here.
Al just told us to forget it, that we shouldn't ask questions and wait to see what happens. We've since realized that we will be having a grotto.
It's where you can go inside the ship, So it's basically a place you can go inside of.
We're super excited about, and definitely very excited to see the finished product as it all comes together.
I'm very excited.
Hey, I'm Mo. There are certain people in certain places in the world that are as fortunate as me to be able to have a long-standing friendship. Friendship tends to be functional. It's around something. You're together because of an event, because of place. There's no purpose, none whatsoever. Mo and I met when we were 3 years old.
There's only one memory I have without him, and that was 3 seconds before meeting him. And I remember your door. I remember hiding behind my mom's skirt. I remember just getting ready to go knock on the door, and I was scared.
47 years later, we're still having a lot of fun. All right, here's what we need to do in here, dudes. Dudes and chicks and hotnesses. Hey, I'm a lucky guy. Take a look at my crew, Moe. If you weren't here, I'd be in heaven. And of course, they dig the helmet. I mentioned that our crew isn't the typical construction crew. First off, a lot of it is family. People that I just love to have around me at any given point. But what makes us truly unique is we have more women and girls on the crew than men doing construction. It brings a whole different essence to the environment. There's a whole feminine energy around having women present, mixing concrete, carving concrete, laying tile and stone, and building things.
I tell these guys all the time when these guys are holding up my trucks, wheeling the concrete, doing a patio or something back, I says, hey, go over see Al. See if you can hire a couple of his girls to wheel your concrete for him, will you please? Because the people you got, they don't have a clue.
Just don't find in the traditional male-dominated construction world. And by having that, things just turn out differently. And so that makes us really unique in that we have found that women create in a whole different way, and they tend to dominate our crews today.
So today was another pumping concrete day. You know, started like the last one. We had to scramble around getting the last few details done and ready to go. Concrete got here. Everything was going good, it was looking great, and then along the front edge of our boat, it popped. We were right at the end when we were getting the last bit of mud out of the pumps when the slide crashed. So another one today, we had 2 blowouts. So then we spent the last little bit trying to create some semblance of a slide.
So what's going on over there?
Oh, just a day in the life.
And getting everything looking pretty and ready for next time.
Go right here in this pile.
It looks like a boat. I mean, it's coming together. We'll slowly, every time we work on it, slowly see it come together bit by bit. But I think it's gonna look pretty awesome when it's done.
Hello, this is Bailey.
I have my daughter is here with me. So Bailey, this is her first day working at Legendary Escape.
We poured some concrete, as you can see, and I had to drag around the hoses because I am a strong person, I guess, so thanks.
It's always good to have young labor. It makes it a whole lot easier when I can just come through and do my part.
I'm Zach. I do what I'm told. Hi.
Joey.
Joey?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Joey?
I am digging a trench.
Do you like digging trenches?
I do. Digging is my favorite.
There's times when digging is fine, but then there's times my mind is racing of other things. Like today, it was easier for me to not have to think about digging a trench and instead just being able to lay the pipe out. Just doing the preliminary in-floor cleaning plumbing because we are going to hard bottom the pool today.
You got some pool guys that for sure that tend to stay away from in-floor systems. They talk about they're more trouble than they're worth. They don't actually clean the pool. One of the biggest reasons why we actually do in-floor isn't for the cleaning. It's for the heating efficiency. You're heating from the bottom up. The fact that it'll kind of clean all the debris and sweep it all through the system is just kind of a side benefit.
Okay. Well, today we did hard bottom.
And what hard bottom is, it's a plastic resin cement mixture. When you mix it with water, it spreads like concrete. And it's put on the bottom of the pool underneath the liner, and it basically breathes. So if there's a strong amount of push from groundwater, it'll push right through the cement. It's porous without cracking it.
You having fun, Kaylee?
Oh yeah.
Kaylee's in her happy place.
What you doing?
Smoothing out hard bottom. I don't know. Yes, I like spreading it. I hate scraping it. You will not see me scrape hard bottom ever if my life depended on it.
Oh, you're beautiful too.
I think I'll take it further, a little further down the line. I gotta hang out here. I'm not great at predicting. That's what's up. In the neighborhood, the neighborhood, the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
We have about 66 yards of concrete in the pool now. Yeah, so that number's slowly going up.
No! Wolfie, get out! No! Wolfie, get out! Who's the offender, Loki? Is it you? Oh, yeah. Yep, it was you.
Hey! Hey, Katie, tie him up!
Happy late birthday.
I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to do. Where are you going, Sonny? You want me to come this way more? It was my birthday yesterday.
He was so adamant about not wanting piñatas, he secretly wanted piñatas, so she's gonna go way out.
Let's have a birthday. Hi, Katie. Hi, Sandy.
Oh, here comes Bob. He can't wait to go to the birthday party. Hi, Bob. Hold on. So, have a hat.
Oh, thank you. That's a pretty big hat.
So, we heard that it is Pirate Anthony's swearing-in ceremony today, really. I think he's now old enough that he's allowed to become captain of his pirate ship. So, we are going to have the ceremony here.
Someone excited?
Somebody's excited. In honor of Sir Anthony being old enough to captain a ship, we have given you the training wheels version of your pirate ship. That is awesome. That's awesome.
Are you close enough?
Everybody here? Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Captain Inappropriate.
Pirate ship
Happy
and
birthday
birthday
to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, it's not about quality time, it's about the quantity, because the quality will come, you know, and that spending time together and having that quantity of time, and all of a sudden there's that moment, and that moment is this greatness. And you can't plan for that. You can try to put it all together and make it great, but there's something about that spontaneous, wow, this is awesome. And that's where we've had a lot of those markers.
Well, I think that quality time absolutely is the net result of quantity time. There's no doubt about it that the more time you spend living and enjoying life, the more you live and enjoy life, the more experiences you have, the more of those quality moments happen by virtue of they have to happen. When you have quantity time together and you take the time to make the quantity time happen, quality moments, and that's what I'm looking for, is quality moments, not quality vacations and trips and whatever, but those moments they're yummy, they're delicious, and that's what kind of living in that space of every single day is finding those special times, those delicious, I call them the savory moments. They're those moments that are just yummy.
it is kind of funny having not known you guys, but I mean seeing your guys' presence online and stuff. And so we had a general idea of what we were getting involved in, but what a family experience and everything it is, and how some people in this day and age it just doesn't work, and they don't get it, and I don't understand that. Like we were talking the other night, I can't imagine anybody else doing this pool for us after the experience we've had up to this point. I mean, it's just been just amazing.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't have a mic on it, so it's... You see it? Look at the toad. Ah! Toad! There's the toad, look at him.
We've got 3 different sections that we're going to form up and get ready for the patio. We're not pouring all at one time because of the way that we're doing it. We're pouring sections so that we can work on those sections and then pour around them.
Secret to digging a good hole? That's a good question.
Well, either enjoy it or else act like you enjoy it.
Keep it wide.
Makes it a lot more fun.
Actually scoop the dirt out and not have your shovel just get stuck and eventually break.
I enjoy it. And I make it look like I enjoy it.
Learned that from experience.
You broke a shovel?
Yes.
Snap.
3, 4.
Wait, did Anthony go outside? Yep.
I like him. He's a risky kind of fella. I clean my ears 3 times a day.
And this is what Just Make It Work looks like, right?
Yep.
Pretty much. I'm Mark. Well, that's the name my parents gave me.
What is it? What's a typical day in the life of Mark?
Plumbing, troubleshooting,
Go ahead.
installs, a lot of service work.
Yeah.
See me creeping? Today I'm wheeling concrete.
Woo!
So today is the first step in really completion. When you start putting patio down, it starts bringing the project together because it gives you hard spaces to work and you really get to see the shape of things. So today went well.
We are setting the lower patio for the fire pit. This is a mag, and just making it kind of smooth so that it can be floated, and then eventually we'll throw some colored release on this mud.
We did kind of some fun stamping, a little different than normal, trying to be different, allow it to be different, let the yard kind of speak to us and be what it is. And it's this pirate shipwreck thing, so we want to use lots of boards and broken stuff, and so we kind of are using that in the patio and everything else, trying to break some stamped to look like broken up boards amidst the textured concrete, that type of thing. And I think it was a good day, a good start to what is going to be a sensational patio. Instead of making the patio all one thing, all one color, all one stamp pattern, all one whatever, this allows us to play a little bit and do something a little bit different. So when we do it in pieces, it allows us to mix the colors a little bit. We're not trying to match everything to everything else. Instead, it gives us these individual spaces. And it'll be a little different story if we had to hire a concrete company to come in and do it in stages. They probably wouldn't want to do it. They'd want to pour all at once. But being that we do our own patios, this gives us the flexibility and the freedom to kind of be creative, to do what we want to do. When it's all said and done, they'll have these really cool patio spaces all done out of concrete. So we're looking in the neighborhood at this point of 86 yards of concrete, thereabouts, and we're quite a ways from being done.
You hate it?
Looks like difficult work.
Yeah, it's super cool. I noticed it right away the other day when we were out here, and I was like, wow, when did he get eyes? And she's like, he always had eyes. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
So do you...
Oh my gosh.
One last thing.
The
if
camera.
you were to be gone for any reason, you don't think the pool company would tease you in any way, do you?
It's, oh God, yeah, because you haven't done it so far. Yeah, I can't imagine that would ever happen. I can only imagine the videos that have already been created.
Friday morning, and quite a few of us are here today with a long list of get-her-dones. You in here? Or are you putting lights on in here?
Are we shock and awing? Is that what you're trying to do this week? Okay, that'll be cool.
There. And then still missing his details. We're missing guns and rum bottles, and we need that soft stuff needs to be mixed in there.
Yeah.
It is always fun when the homeowner leaves and goes away and is going to be gone for a week. They just open themselves up for us to be able to mess with them and tease them and play with them.
If, for example, I was unable to see it firsthand, I don't know how else you could do it without having a picture every day sent to you by one of the nicest people on the crew.
And send them pictures of stuff as if it's not getting done, and they want pictures of the yard, so they're going to probably get all kinds of selfies from all of us, and close-ups of stuff they can't figure out what it is, and we'll keep them wondering what we're doing here. Does it impact the project? Yes, absolutely it does. It makes it better.
You see what I'm doing? This is, whoops, the interior of our ship. We are just going to mud the walls and make look like wooden, an enclosed wooden structure. Find the details. Even if it's just a lot of lines or... This is just something we're giving the customer, which was supposed to be just a small area. But like we've said many, many, many times, we don't do small. So he's got a lot of pirate bling that with the lighting and all the pirate booty and treasure and all that stuff is what's going to really make this grotto pop. It's looking like the pool pup, Callie, is pregnant. And we'll see how many she has. Hopefully she has more than 3, like her mama did. Because there's a lot of people who want puppies. Aww. But not me.
Why are we surrounded by so many dogs?
They help remind me every day how simple life really is, and what we can learn from their banter and their play like this is just in any given moment, they're just going to play. And if we can stay in the mode that they present for us, our lives are so much better. And that's why I love being surrounded with them all the time. They just bring joy because they help, more than them bringing joy, is they help me be aware of my joyness.
Yeah.
That when I get caught and lost in life,
You gotta channel your inner golden.
you just gotta be a golden for a little while and realize that life is joyful. All of it is really good, and it's all perception. And if you decide to choose the bad stuff, well, of course you're gonna be miserable. They never choose the bad. They always choose the joyful.
They do.
So why can't we live that same way?
We can.
And we do.
We definitely
We absolutely do. But they are a reminder every single day
This is everybody.
that we live a joyful life because that's what we choose every day. So what happened then?
Cute little rats.
We want the puppy! No, we don't want the puppy! Oh my goodness, he's so cute!
Hi, baby.
I get to talk about the blue part.
You get to be mine. Yeah, you get to be mine. Yeah.
Puppies are gonna be awesome when you grow up.
You're gonna have one of those! I know, I'm so excited about these! And he's gonna love you as much as my puppy loves me. Yay, I'm gonna have a puppy that loves me.
Hi, dirty face.
Yeah, see it when it comes and gets home. Yep. He's getting mad at me. I got it. You remember how Dad, I was saying he only texted me twice? Well, I got a text. I thought we were friends. You haven't sent me any pictures. All that.
You should go back to. What do you mean, friends?
Yeah. Well, I said you haven't bugged me enough. And then I sent him a picture of his platform and a picture of his graded yard.
That's awesome.
Well, the graded yard's kind of cool. It is.
We are inside the grotto where we are doing kind of a cool layout for putting all of the intrigue and the interest inside the grotto, which is a full pirate and a full house of pirate booty stuff. So we're kind of playing with that at the moment. Figure out however. I'm feeding a wire up through the monkey to so I can bring a wire out its mouth into this bottle. What I did was I set up lighting inside of this bottle in epoxy, so this becomes a lighting feature in the grotto. So, gotta play with it and start looking at it, and does it make sense? Does it look good? Does it help or does it hurt?
My husband loves skulls, and we had to somehow fit that into what was going to be back here, and the thought of pirates and vacations and travel and everything else just seemed to fit really well together and was exciting for us and something we thought would be a lot of fun for our family and friends to come over and enjoy the backyard with us.
Looks like he's got zits.
What?
He's got zits.
Oh no.
The light bulb slid all the way to the front.
You like skulls?
Yes, I like skulls, and I'm excited to see how the skulls are going to be incorporated into the project.
As we played with the customer and stories are being told, there was a whole story about a Ginsu knife.
Well, rumor had it, there was a pirate who originally, by the name of Pete Ginsu, he was the eldest of the Ginsu brothers, of the Ginsu knife fame. When his ship went down, there was a whole ton of Ginsu knives that were lost. And we really got a sneaking suspicion that this could be the site of the original shipwreck of the Ginsu ship, pirate ship that went down, because of the number of Ginsu knives we're finding. So,
and in honor of that story, we went ahead and purchased some Ginsu knives. We have Ginsu knives all over here from the 1970s, and we're going to use them in creative ways. And here's an example of one of them. I'm going to take the Ginsu knife, push it right down into the mold. They'll eventually see it and realize, oh, hey, there's a Ginsu knife in the skull of this. So there you go. It's little whimsical things like that that if you think about it enough, there's a lot of different ways to delight a customer. That's the kind of stuff that will delight them, because they'll realize much later all the other thought that we put into things. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
That's the last one.
You got him?
Yep. Not sure if you remember an old friend that we found at an antique shop. And then we showed the process of patinaing it, just giving a little bit of color. Well, here it is. It's about to go into the actual project. Been kind of working this whole detail back here of the inside of the shipwreck and all the booty and all the stuff. And I'm going to place this in and let's see what happens. This piece that we found at this piece that we found at an antique shop has found its final resting place.
Now, I didn't tell you last time when using a sponge to make sure it's wet, because otherwise it just rips up the sponge a lot faster and it doesn't move the colors easily.
Take a selfie or two, like up close to something but not really showing, and we're going to all text them at the same time. So the instructions were to take 2 selfies without too much description in terms of what they are, just a close-up of something so that the homeowner can't really tell what it is. We're all going to send him selfies starting in about another minute. So we'll see how this goes.
I don't know if I can see it on my camera, but looks good.
What's his number?
Don't send it yet. We'll all start sending them all at once. No, something on the, I don't know, maybe a barrel or a...
You're one of your posts, Joey. Well, he hasn't seen a cannon.
Just whenever you're ready, send.
Ready? Go.
Okay, mine are gone.
Mine are gone.
Homeowner hadn't seen the pool in several days, and they were excited to see it. and we finally showed them. So we have these little reveals along the way of showing them the details and the fun things that we're doing. And we had just about finished the inside of the grotto, and there's lighting in there now. So it's very different than when they had seen it the last time.
Oh my God, that's creepy. Oh my gosh, it looks like Gaston. Oh my God, that is.
It was fun to see. They had a bunch of friends over, showed the friends at the same time, and it was just fun to listen to adults acting like kids, giddy, happy, talking about the things that they're seeing, that it makes them think of Disneyland, and really cool, never seen anything like it, those types of words. So it was a really cool moment.
A cannon? A cannon? Is it big enough for more people?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's a monkey in here! What's happening? Is he drinking Tito's?
Margaret, there's another monkey right here. Come here, take a look.
That is awesome. I'm never moving out of this house. You know that, right?
Oh, did you see all of the Ginsu knives?
I didn't put those together until you just said it, but I did see him back there, and I'm like, why is there steak knives in there? And I didn't even put the two and two together. That's awesome. I love Rick. Rick's my favorite.
We made the decision this must be it. What really narrowed it down was the fact that those knives wouldn't have been found anywhere else. Such a collection of Ginsu knives, short of the famous Pirate Pete Ginsu, terror of the seven seas, except not coming off his ship.
I'm building the model in my head and seeing it in 360 in my head over and over and over, and looking at it. It's hard to explain, but what makes sense to do when is always the key. There's a million little moving parts, and it all has to make sense. Part of making sense is figuring out when to do which part. Finish up the trees. It's important. And I think that's the biggest thing right now is with all the moving parts, I've got to be able to get it in my head as to which is the right one to do next.
Well, we are looking at our side opening into our grotto.
We're progressing along really well here. We're spread out, and that's from a design standpoint and a builder standpoint, can be really frustrating when there's nothing done.
Making planks out of wooden planks.
Wooden planks? Oh, that's
Out of concrete.
Out of concrete.
What I found out is the more lines you add when you're carving, the better it looks. So I'm just going to draw lines on it, and it'll come out okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, what are these going to be? Oh my gosh, you're amazing. It's going to be a coconut, a lighted coconut.
At that point where we've got most of a lot of things done, but not anything done 100% of the way.
What's the latest gossip? Learn wall? Wow, I'm liking that. That already looks cool.
The patio is almost done, but there's still a little bit more.
Concrete's here!
There's 119, 120 yards, something like that. We're probably 10, 15 yards off, and we will have all the concrete we need out here. So 130 to 135 is probably what we're going to end up with. Mentally going through what has to get done in the list. The list doesn't get any shorter because nothing's technically done, so we can't scrape it off the list. The ship is almost done, but there's a little more. The kitchen's not anywhere close to done. The pergola is not anywhere close to done.
I'm Jim, and today we're working on this pergola.
I miss Jessie so much, and all the pool puppies. Lily is my little girl. She's so cute.
Mine and Zach's.
What about these for the eyeballs?
Oh, I like that.
And just kind of mud these in as best you can. Okay. So those things end up just driving me bonkers a little bit, and it takes me, I get caught up in that loop of trying to get things done sometimes, and that's where I'm at.
So we have to get all this painted or stained so that Al can get rid of our scaffolding.
Now I'm looking for a stick. I need a, Loki, find me a stick, okay? I found this in the dirt. Yeah, we sometimes just use what we find on the ground or all around.
I came into this thinking we were just going to do shades of brown, but Al then found pictures of colorful ships, because a lot of this is going to be brown with like sandy bases.
Look some color.
So he wants it to pop, so it takes your eye directly to the pirate ship out of everything else. You look, and that's what you see.
Because we always use browns.
Yeah, well, I would have thought it. I would have thought it brown. Yeah.
There's brown in the grotto. There's gonna be the top part is gonna be all brown.
But the more I looked, the more I found ships that have like color here.
A lot of trial and error, because the stains, even though you got the color in the jar, it goes on differently here. At the end of the day, we'll see what we've got.
Everything's coming together. It's all looking very nice. Telling the crew earlier how much the color adds to the design. The sculpture and the artistry already was so impressive, but to put color in it, it just makes it pop and brings it up that much more.
I'm laying here looking up at the gray clouds that might indicate rain, and determining whether or not I should roll on my first layer for the eco finish that needs to go on and dry, but it can't get wet. And I'm looking up at the clouds wondering if I need to hold off or if I should go for it. So that's what I'm laying here contemplating. So we took the raw gunite pool, we put a plaster finish over it and just sanded it, and then acid wash it, and that really breaks the surface open. We just put the 50-50 onto the sun shelf, and now we wait. We'll roll another full layer of epoxy on, and then as that sets up and gets tacky, we'll shoot the first flocking layer of the Eco Finish powder into it.
Eco Finish is a powdered polymer, basically a plastic resin that's baked onto a pool surface. It's used on new construction, and it's used on renovations.
I love you, kiddo.
Love you, Daddy.
Is that going to work the same way with the liner too?
No, you don't even get a choice.
I don't even get a choice.
You don't even get a choice.
Oh, good times.
We are not going through this and then having you pick out a horse liner that
Nice!
we're cry about.
Wow. I wanted one of those with the dolphin mosaic on the bottom. That's what I wanted.
Oh, that's what I have.
Oh,
It's actually on the wall, though.
couldn't have planned that one out.
You couldn't have.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Essentially, we're hoping to get that liner in this week, and we have a little bit of prep work that goes with that.
3410. 34-1, 36, 10 and a half. 29 foot 11 inches. This right here is the secret to hybrid pool building. What I have here is a standard step kit. What I'm doing is I'm using these step kits to create my final flashing. Below this is liner, above this is Eco Finish. I've chosen to use it to build hybrid, which is a cross between vinyl and gunite. But this really is the key, and getting this right is what makes the whole process work. So how did this ever happen? I had a customer many years ago, loved the idea of a vinyl liner pool, but she wanted a floating table, she wanted all these different features that there was just no way to build in vinyl. And the challenge to me was, how could I build that? So I toyed with this idea, and then I went to a gunite guy and said, if I did this, could I hire you to just shoot a portion? And fortunately for me, he said yes. And that was the beginning. I put my pool in. Once I did it once, I realized that was the answer. I can build anything now. And the net result is we've built some pretty crazy, interesting things that are technically vinyl liner pools. So as far as I know, I was the first. I won't be the last, I'm sure. There's people out there like me that just love vinyl liner pools, and we love everything to do with vinyl. Why not push it to its limits? And that's kind of where we're going.
Don't look at me as a commentator. I'm just kind of helping out where I can, more or less. We worked on that fence on Saturday, got it most of it connected. Now I'm heading into the pool to work on that hard bottom. But fortunately for us, we have the best hard bottom scraper of all time, Kaylee! There she is. That's our master hard bottom scraper right there.
You will not see me scrape hard bottom ever if my life depended on it. I like spreading it. I hate scraping it because it's the most boring thing on the entire planet.
So now that we know that she's on the job, it's bound to be an awesome job.
When it's 90 frickin' degrees outside and you just scrape it in one spot until like for a whole day, few days, you'll just scrape it. It is annoying. I hate it. It's boring. But you scrape it so the liner can sit on it and there's no rocks or holes or punctures that could enter the liner.
Today is a big day. Today is liner day. It's always big news when you're putting a liner in a pool, especially when it's been a long process and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of building still happening, but it feels a whole lot different. It's kind of like when you put in the patio. After you've been working in mud for so long, all of a sudden a patio in just feels really good. Well, the liner's the same way because you've been looking at it for so long and the customer's been looking at it for so long, and they're in no hurry. They perfect okay with whenever we do it.
Well, no, yeah, I'm excited, but I mean, I'm in no hurry either. Like when it gets done, it gets done.
But for me, it's a big step, and that big step just feels really good to do. There's always an issue of how to make the water look good, where to make the water come out that makes any sense. And we have the 4 cannons across the front. We want to have water over that opening. I think I finally settled on something like this, where water's coming out of all these different types of things that would have contained fluid of some type, and have it all just connect together and then fall into the pool at the top of the waterfall. And then some slate in here, and then so the water spills into here and then runs down and then falls into the pool. Here's the opening to the grotto right here. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's kind of what it is.
Oh my goodness.
This is the very first piece I picked up for this project. They'll all be valved every 6 months. If we had like this, and then we all just kind of pouring out at the same time.
Just go on.
Well, that's what I thought. We square this up and make it look like it's a box on a funny angle.
Yeah. Do that. You want some mud?
So we're just gonna see if we can get it to work. That means there's gonna be water going through the system, that the motor's gonna be running. If it doesn't, well then that means that we don't have water running through the system. So when it comes to service, there's basically 2 parts of the job. There's doing the job, making sure that when you go to a job, that it's better than when you got there. And there's relationship building for the second. Getting to know the person and instilling them with the belief that you're not only competent but confident in being able to fix the problem, and that you'll have them up and running in no time. I just kind of like pluck at wires and like, makes it look like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't have a clue. Makes me
Hey, yo-ho, way to go, yo-ho!
Okay, we got 1, 2, okay.
The ship officially became a waterfall when we turned the water on it today.
It's a waterfall? Yeah. It's a waterfall too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a waterfall.
Like, is its main purpose just to be a waterfall?
Yes.
Or?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
You didn't know that?
No. I'm learning new stuff every day.
I just think seeing the water coming out of unique places is really cool. That's one thing that we really lack in waterfall construction, is the creativity part. Yes, beautiful rock work, stone, but water appears out of nowhere most often. In this case, it's kind of fun to see water tumbling out of barrels and out of bottles and out of different things that make some sense as to why there'd be water there.
So, Uncle Rick,
What was your reaction to seeing this?
Oh, it was just awesome. I mean, look at it. It's just like, that is just like stupendous. It's hard to put into words. Am I right?
Katie wants us to do a vlog, seeing we're the ones who carved it.
It's really awesome to see, and now we're able to see what little bit still needs to get done.
Yeah, little fine tuning and finessing we've got to do. I like the look of all those little things squirting now.
We added the last 6 yards of concrete into the patio today, so our patio is done. And I have officially lost count on the amount of concrete that's in the project. I imagine we're at 130, I don't know, 140 yards maybe, somewhere in there. Anyway, I'm officially have forgotten how much, but it's quite a bit. We did the last 6 today. The patio is now done. Look like a fresh and clean pirate? Because to me, it kind of does.
He's returned.
Been out to sea for months.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it too.
Can you guys dig it closer to the mixer, not away from
All right.
Like stare him down.
Pirate, he's got a creep. Have you looked at his eye?
No. What are you looking for?
Godot. Waiting for Godot is a book.
I feel like we've talked about that.
Yeah, I agree.
Your existential father?
Well, I heard them both yawn at the same time. That was like stereo.
So the slate that we use, it was a restoration project at the University of Michigan. Yes.
Do not tell Wendy.
Do not tell Wendy. Okay.
Oh, okay, all right, yes. That's awesome.
When it comes to the projects for Legendary Escapes, I make sure that the plant material fits the theme.
Hi, I'm Jody Cook, also known as Ask the Garden Gal. I'm here on site putting in the softening touches to finish the project. Today we're doing some wrap up on our landscaping. We've done some edging, some stonework, put in our slate. A few things that we like to do is create maintenance free, and that's why we use some stone in a pool situation. The biggest problem with anything smaller than that 1/2 inch or lower is it can get into your pool equipment, your filters can be kicked around a lot easier.
Very cool.
I learned how to do a skull countertop, which was really cool because Al had to create these molds, and I had never seen or heard of him creating molds before. So
for a countertop that is all skulls. So the face of the countertop in the outdoor kitchen will be skullicious. I have no idea. It just popped into my brain one day. And I decided that I would figure out how to do something just drastically different with the countertop than anything I've done before. This is the release.
Beautiful.
Pretty cool.
Pretty darn cool.
And then we'll peel it tomorrow. Here we are with the form that we made. This is our countertop edge. We made it out of silicone, and I'm going to demold it. When you're casting, you always have to think about the opposite space than what's visually there. What I'm seeing is the negative space of what's actually going to be. It's the opposite space. Once we pour this into the countertop, these holes are now what are filled with concrete and create the shape of the skulls. So you'll see that when we pour the countertop, and then when we peel the mold, you'll see the actual skulls done out of concrete along the edge of the countertop. No, this is just the form. And then we're going to pour it, and when we peel it off, there'll be little skulls across the whole face.
Oh, that's cool.
So it'll be like that. I think what we'll have to do, when we pour it, is we'll hand pack that. I have to just literally hand pack and fill this whole thing with cement. And then this will be the very top of the form.
What are you doing, Karen?
I am leveling and leveling kitchen countertop.
Here we go. We're gonna strip the form, see what happens. There's one. Here we go.
Really? So glad you're back. Pirate could have done this days ago. Oh, look how cool that is.
Dude, we're even awesomer than we think.
Oh my God.
That looks so cool.
Wow.
You're filming the wrong. Point it that way. That is so cool. That is awesome, brother. Awesome. That is awesome. You gotta impress yourself sometimes.
Every once in a while, it kind of turns out cool.
Yeah. See, Karen, we could have done this days ago.
Yeah, we could have. But if it hadn't turned out, who would have gotten the
Well, you wouldn't have done it too many days ago. You really needed it to set.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But now do you have enough skulls in your yard?
No, I don't. You could never have enough skulls.
Good job, Jim. So here it is. There's our forms. They fit in. We popped them out. And there's our final detail on our bar edge. I think it turned out perfect. Couldn't have asked for any better.
Like, it looks amazing. No, we had never talked about it, and not until your dad brought the forms out that he was like, hey, we're going to try this. And so, yeah, I mean, it was exciting.
I forgot about that, conveniently.
Yep. We nailed it, guys. Good job, Karen. Yeah, good job unpacking.
Ask the Pool Guy, Legendary Escapes. Can I help you? This is Sandy.
I was just thinking about how we've showcased our company and how we've showcased what we do, but we haven't talked about how we arrived there. What's the process for someone to get from the beginning to us being able to build something magic?
Hopefully it turns out.
We build kind of crazy, eclectic, artistic pools. It's sometimes hard to put into words, so the best thing that you can always do is take a peek at our website. One of the really awesome things that has happened with us as a company is the more that we started to feature our creative projects online.
The final details are everything. Yep. This happens to be part of the pirate ship. We're doing some tattered sails.
The more that customers have been able to find us and recognize that we do something that is different than a lot of the companies out there.
What I'm doing is I'm just using a cutout of a skull as a template. You won't see them as an entirety. So then what we'll do is we'll take these sails and we'll cut them up into pieces like they've been tattered in the wind. One little more detail that just makes it that much better, and that's exactly what we've got here.
We aren't building a pool as much as we're building a whole experience around that backyard.
So here we are.
And the customers that would like to have that kind of an experience are the best customers for us to work with.
From a marketing standpoint, without that, we wouldn't have a customer.
Watching your dad come out here with cool stuff. So I take a bite, I turn around. Take a bite, I turn around.
One of the things that I'm finishing today are the fireballs. Yeah, we're gonna do a party bus. Don't you tell me anything. I gotta figure it out now. I am just trying to troubleshoot one thing at a time. Let's see if I can't figure it out. So see, I hooked the second transformer up to that one over there and we got fire.
So
yep,
hodgepodge.
I gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the gas line. And we have fire. Wow. Oompa! So now that they're working, now I can make them pretty. I am pulling out the next exciting part of the fireball. Heat resistant skulls. But these ones I've got holes in so that the fire can come through the face. Whee!
You groovy like that.
Okay. Well, today we got the fire bowls going, and we had the best laid plans. The quote-unquote fireproof skulls that in fact turned out to be not at all fireproof, and they each and every one of them caught on fire and turned the fire bowl off, and the skulls stayed burning.
Didn't go as planned.
Did not.
And your fireproof skulls are not exactly fireproof.
Not even close. So we have in fact removed them, and because I still like the idea of the flames coming out of the skulls, I want to make sure that I come up with something that will work, that I can then use to cast and then be able to put in the fireball. Here we are, final steps, getting prepped. We have a party planned, as we often do, to sort of kick off a new adventure for our homeowner and the closing of a project for us. So we're putting the last final details, irrigation's going in, sod is going in, and we're kind of touching up, finishing things. We have a few little things to do, and we will be done.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Look at that.
Check it out, the detail in the pool. Not only do we have water in the O's, but there's a skull in there. Living legendary.tv.
Are we all walking off the party bus with those on?
You know, we totally could. Limited run. I did get enough for the pirate family and the team. Maybe a couple of extras. We could. So I thought I was quite clever.
This was just one way of surprising and honoring that special connection that we'll always have now because of this project.
Here we are getting down to the final stages, the last little details. In a project like this, when you keep growing the details, they keep growing themselves. So every new idea spurs new ideas, which means more detail, more finish. But it really feels good to do it because the ultimate is the detail of the project and how cool it is to be able to visually see it, touch it, feel it, love it, and enjoy it, and then to get people's reactions.
Hey, it's Jessie. It's our last day here at the Pirate Pool. I've had a blast working here and seeing everything come together.
Well, it looks like it's time to say goodbye. The Tilati Pirate Pool is done.
And I will see you at the party. Bye!
We are taking a party bus from our pool guy headquarters out to the Pirate Shipwreck Pool for the friends and family reveal.
As the pool guy, yeah, we never stay dry. Go ahead and ask, don't be scared, don't be shy. Got a task, we'll complete it when we come by. Customer service, we learn this and then we say.
Enough stuff. I'm very excited to take this busload of people to the Pirate Pool. Stay tuned.
Here to leave a legacy, breaking all the stereotypical pool guy tendencies. Do you feel good, feel awesome and amazing? Looking at your pool now, I don't hear you complaining. Yes, we say
I did see the pool, it messed my mind up.
Leave it to Mark, he'll do all of the explaining. We have a knowledge and a passion for the business. All the happy customers testify as a witness. Asking silly questions like, do you think you can fix this? I think I can, I feel it so ambitious. Watch that alkalinity, it's looking way too vicious. I'ma give your pool something so good and so nutritious. Watch that algae disappear as if I'm a magician. Getting so excited like a little kid on Christmas. Do you feel good, feel awesome and amazing? Looking at your pool now, I don't hear you complaining. Guess we saved the day, but other pools.
Hello, my name is Molly Curtis, reporting to you from the party bus.
That's the pool guy, logo is a ball guy. That's Al, give him credit, he's a mastermind.
Based on the noise, I think everything's gonna be just fine.
Positivity, that's something we can get behind. Shout out to Sadie and the rest of the pool girls. Without them, no way we can rule the pool world. Interaction and customer satisfaction. We show compassion, get it back, law of attraction. We work hard.
The nighttime reveal when it's dark out.
I'm so excited I can't hardly express myself.
I'm not, but I'm very excited to. Oh my
my gosh, it is going to be amazing because the last time I saw it, it wasn't painted, there wasn't water in it, the kitchen wasn't finished, so it's going to be incredible.
I'm thinking I'm so excited.
I want to see how he makes skulls. Cool. When it's all said and done, we'll leave a mark up on the planet. Not literally. He needs to be there when I panic. A full genie.
I anticipate this night being crazy cool for people to be able to see and feel and explore the pirate pool.
When cleaning the pump basket, get in the chlorine, don't forget the muriatic acid. We learn from the leaders and we strive to surpass it. Backbone of the team, each talent is always added. We see the bigger picture, the camera is always flashing. Front line, we grind, we put in our time. All of us together, we make them full shine. No matter the weather, progressing we climb. We grow in a unit, expanding our minds, creating a vision, one pool at a time.
You know, this is just fun, realizing this is sort of a dream for me, to be able to expose people to the thing that we do and the thing that we love to do. And I think that's kind of the fun part for me, is to be able, more than anything else, sit back and just watch other people witness our labor of love, what we do because we love to do it. And that's really what this comes down to, perfect customer for us to be able to lavish our dreams on. And that's what we did, is we lavished everything. We didn't cut a corner anywhere. We added because we love the customer and we love what we do. So this is just the experience to be able to show, of course, our team, who's most of us have seen it, but then those of our close sphere of friends to be able to see this labor of love for me is a really cool experience.
I'm in awe, and he visualizes it all, and then to create this out of stone and cement and turn it into just a Disney quality piece of art is amazing to me.
Yay, Kayleen saw them. Does that automatically go on?
I'm sure it's kind of electrical.
It's fire stop. It's designed for heat. His original mixer was from... I made these ones. Fire stop. Fire stop. I cast a whole bunch of them out of that, and it's awesome. And then,
it's got to be the Grotto.
I love the Grotto.
That's a little treasure cave. It's your own little escape that you can go into and become a kid again.
When
I passed away, I was like, that's just ridiculous. I'm a man of questionable health and I had to deal with that. So
to be fair, the pirate is stationary.
I know, but I didn't realize that at the time. I just died. I was like, what the hell is that in there?
I loved the pirate that was hidden inside there. That was
We're reminiscing on the days of building this.
It's true.
The skulls around the bar and all the little details. That is pretty cool.
That wasn't good. That was probably a problem. You probably want to get that. I'm guessing it's at the bottom of the pool.
And as a secret surprise for Alexis, we are going to be having a little surprise birthday celebration for her as well. I do believe with what we have in store, she will find this really fun.
How are you? This is her birthday. It was her birthday, but we weren't here, so today is her, again, birthday.
Landlubber Lexi, they call her.
I'm gonna nerd out here for a second. I love the fact that the seating surface inside the grotto is made out of scrap.
I think my favorite part is just the discovery of it. It's like a treasure hunt.
What?
Not your cookie cutter Arizona fools. This is how we do it in Michigan.
Yeah, we couldn't have asked for more. I mean, we're just beyond the moon excited about everything and super, super happy with the final product.
We were unsure of the reason why there would be a shipwreck in Macomb until Mr. Rick explained it, and it all made sense. Yeah, it all made sense.
True. Did we ever find that lost treasure?
Yes, look
Yeah,
at it. It's
there's,
the
yeah,
whole
you're
backyard.
surrounded by it. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
That's cool. They're fun. It's like a fun surprise around every corner.
I mean, I think we knew going in, but just like what an awesome team you guys are. I mean, just seriously, like that topped off everything. You know, somebody else could have come out and figured out how to do all of this, but just the experience with the legendary team, I think, was really just added more than we ever could have expected to the experience. So.
At no point in the process have I ever been like, oh, I wish we could have done this, or I wish it was like this, or I wish. No, I don't. Because of input from either other team members or even I was allowed to, you know, put input in, and I felt like my hands are involved in it as well as yours and how everything has turned out.
I'm satisfied, but a little sad, you know, when you have such a great family to work for, not see them anymore after seeing them all summer long every day.
We are going to have parties next year that you guys are going to be at. That is for sure. One thing we've learned. Sandy doesn't get away from her desk enough. I've learned that.
I told Anthony as I was beginning to review the footage from May that I was sad that I wasn't on the job every day, because the project was amazing, our team was amazing, the homeowners were amazing, and to be on the job every day with that was something special.
What was it like being filmed?
Oh my gosh.
Anthony loved it, so don't ever let him tell you he didn't. He loved it every day.
Are you kidding me? Well, this is my favorite part of the day every day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You
Oh.
love?
Yes, this is my favorite part of the day every day. Oh my gosh. I think for anybody, future clients or people that you're going to work with, I think they have to know and trust the process.
Trust the team.
Know that you guys are artists and your work is amazing, and it will turn out no matter what state, no matter if you have a sculpture that looks like a recliner lazy boy and that doesn't make any sense of why that should be in your project, it'll eventually turn out and be amazing.
Overall, I'm glad that the pool is done. It was very awesome to see it come together. It just seemed like it took a very, very long time to build, but then once it's all done, I understand why it took a very long time, because it was just a huge epic pool.
Thinking? You excited?
Well, I'm always excited. Starting a new pool is always so much fun. My favorite part is kind of like the journey you take, seeing it as somebody's backyard untouched, and then coming back every single day and kind of seeing how it changes and how it morphs into the legendary backyard that we all know it will become.
From what I gather, they love it. And I mean, why wouldn't they?
That's about as yeah. I don't know what else to say about that.
That pool is a monument. Believe it or not, it's a monument to the type of things that we do, to its legendary escapes. I mean,
As soon as you decide that your choice in life is going to be, I'm going to live in the yummy because I don't have another choice. I don't have another shot at this. And finding the joy in what is, and then finding the things that you can add to it to bring even more joy. It's you making the decision that I want to be different, I want to do something different, I want to live a different life. You don't have to. You can live whatever life you're living, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're not happy with it, it's your decision to make that choice, and it's your decision to face that fear and realize, I could do this. I can do anything if I just set my mind to it. And what's the worst that could happen? I remember telling my children one day on the way to school, I said, you know what, I want to take a path in this journey, and someone might just say no, or I might just say no to a project. And I said, would you guys still support me if we had to live under a bridge, if I couldn't afford to pay the bills, if we couldn't eat every day. And they said, yeah, Dad, we believe in you enough that we'll do whatever. And the net result was we never had to live under a bridge. We never had to not eat. We all just believed that it was possible. And they even believed in me that it was possible, that no matter what, I was gonna fight a fight. If I had to fight as hard as I had to fight to win, I was gonna win. No one gave me that crystal ball to say, do it this way, and you will guaranteed win. That just doesn't exist. It takes some hard work, it takes some effort, but it takes more than anything else, you're willing to change what's up here. You change what's up there, and this will change, your world will change. And someday, you'll be able to sit across the table from me and say, I get to do every day the thing that I absolutely love, and it is yummy, and it is great, and I want to do it till the end of time. It starts with a single step, any journey does, but you got to decide to start. And I'm really fortunate and blessed that I decided to start.
You're dripping. Now I'm wet.
Oh, the drama.
You guys are weird.
And that's it. And there's no more. We're all done.
Taking down the
No more.
lights,
I'm
taking
telling
off
you,
the mud.
this is, do you really think that we're gonna do that to you? Come on.
Lights out.